I don't have a memory not dancing because I started so young. It's like the hardest career, physically, emotionally, mentally. But if you don't do it, it's harder.
At what age did you start?
I was 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you learned to dance before you were able to run.
I knew like super young that I was going to be a professional dancer, which is weird because when you're like super young and you like know what you want to do and then you do it and you're like 25 and then you're like, what next?
Do you think we would be able to do this job personality-wise?
You or me?
Oh, you did it.
Yeah, you did it. I did it. You have to be okay with instability. I'm so comfortable with instability. That's just how I've grown up. I know you're a planner. You're a little more of like a planner.
It's interesting that you say that. I wouldn't have said that about myself before, but I think it's true now.
Reality.
Yeah.
Hits.
And if you can like stand waking up in the morning and being like, how's my back? How's my voice? How's my hip? You know,
Yeah.
That's really like the life. It's just dictated by like, can I walk today?
My love has no bottom, my love has no top. My love won't rise and my love won't drop.
Speaking of Opera Garnier, I think yesterday we walked past it and there was a huge crowd of people waiting because Ariana Grande was supposed to show up for Wicked.
It's really funny because my friend who's in town is staying right there and he's like, who is this? What's happening out there? Like, people are screaming.
There's a green person walking around.
Like people were like cheering. We did find out that it was Ariana Grande. And before we went to Effronté, one of the sommelier, he's fabulous. You should get him on your show too because he's the one who's like always dancing. Mm-hmm. So he was like, do you know who's next door? And I was like, no, who? And he was like, Joanthan Bailey. And I was like, who is that? And he was like, Fiyero in Wicked. My friend who I was with, we also were in Wicked on Broadway together. And we were like, should we just go next door and be like, hey, we were in Wicked too? But then we didn't.
We were a bit there before.
I know. We were the OGs, but I was like, I still haven't seen the movie, so I actually don't even know what he looks like.
He also was in Bridgerton. Backstage drama.
Backstage drama.
Is it true?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there are crazy stories of the ballet world of somebody like, stealing the pointe shoes or putting glass in the pointe shoes or like crazy things. I do think that we've evolved as an industry. Going back to your question before, like some of my teachers were just like straight up abusive, like crazy. Now, I mean, you can't really speak to people like that anymore, especially in the US. I mean, there'll be like a lawsuit. But yeah, I mean, there are crazy showgirl stories. I never did that, but...
Was it done to you? Choreographer or director that has inspired you the most?
Obviously, Bob Fosse, Sweet Charity, all that jazz. I mean, iconic. Michael Bennett, who was the choreographer of a show called A Chorus Line. That musical almost was like the first reality show. They shared the stories of these dancers. I never worked with him, but danced his work as, a new generation of dancer. And then like choreographers that I've worked with. So there's a choreographer named Wayne Salento. I did a few shows with him. The biggest one being the musical Wicked, which he choreographed. He was also a very famous Broadway dancer. Every dancer that he works with is an actor as well.
Something that Willie also brought up when we talked with him about how he casts his crew.
Unless you can bring that thing that you can't describe, it's not dancing, then it's exercise.
Which character felt the closest to you?
Yeah, going back to that show, A Chorus Line. I played Cassie in A Chorus Line. The story is a dancer who had a lot of success, went off to Hollywood and didn't work at all. And then she was coming back to Broadway to just like, get back on stage, starting over. That's something that I've kind of done in my life a few times.
I think Paul was saying that you were doing some masterclass. Yes.
Yeah. When all these like dancers come into town, I'm like, well, you're here. I was so lucky because I'm from New York, so I had access to like all of these choreographers and dancers and artists, which then allowed me to then have my career. Now that I'm in Paris, I try and organize opportunities for dancers to have that same access.
For example, for the next masterclass with Maddie, do you create the choreography by yourself and then you combine it with Maddie, or is she also doing a part?
The goal for these masterclasses is to host guests to share something of their own, and ideally sharing like a piece of original choreography most people don't have access to. So if it's like for example, Maddie, we were trying to figure out what she was going to do, the audition combination for Wicked. She's in Wicked on Broadway right now, so that the dancers here, when they audition, they'll know it.
Just got back from Paris. You probably went to buy some clothes.
You were talking about the foundation.
Yeah.
Can you talk about it?
2013, I was invited to get into the studio with a group of dancers. All of us were working on Broadway at that time. We were invited by a woman named Nicole Fosse, who's the daughter of Bob Fosse, the legendary choreographer and director and dancer as well. Bob Fosse is really often credited for all of his work, but he couldn't have done anything without his partner, Gwen, who was also his muse. They filmed it and they archived it. That launched what is now the Verdun Fosse Legacy, an organization to uphold the legacy and make sure that the material, the choreography is shared properly. We are organizing a 3-day dance intensive with the Verdun Fosse Legacy. The goal is to bring over teachers from New York with the foundation. We started as a pure digital platform, really as a result of the pandemic, and needed to find ways to connect. I launched a online platform around movement. I'm also a yoga teacher, and my practice is what I credit being able to dance now in my 40s. When I thought I was retiring, I was going to open up a yoga studio, which I have, but then the pandemic happened, so we put it online. I was teaching yoga class online, and this really sort of beautiful community started to develop. But now, 4 years later, we can go into the world and move together. We are on off.
What is the funniest or cringiest thing that you've done on camera?
Okay.
I have said the craziest shit in my apartment, filming a class. I'll just go off and say crazy things. Sometimes I'm even like, did you just say that? And now that I'm teaching in French too, I teach a company, a team, and I told them to elongate their colon. What did I say? Allonger le colon. They were like, quoi? Le colon vertébral? Oh shit. Yes.
Tell them to relax their colon.
But it's yoga. You could be elongate your colon. Sure.
A lot of things in yoga are quite abstract. Also pull your belly button towards your spine.
Yeah.
Initially, when I first did yoga, I was also like, how?
How are you supposed to do?
Well, but that's kind of the
Connect
goal,
with
though, is to get you in your body. So if that means elongating your colon.
I was very connected to my colon.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
In general.
What is your most toxic trait?
I'm very ambitious. Moving to Paris has really helped me become more content in the career I was in. It was it's never enough. You get one show, you want more, you want to do so much, which is a good thing, but making sure that it doesn't go over the line where it's proving something.
Kiss, marry, kill. The difference of cultures between American and French.
New York, the possibility. There's a sense of possibility that you just get when you step into that city, where anything is possible. That's how I like to live my life. I'm going to say kiss for that. Paris, there is a sense of pleasure here. We don't take the time in New York. And at this stage in my life, I want pleasure, so I'm going to marry that. In the US, there is this sense of hyper-individuality, no regard for the fact that if your neighbor is also doing well, then we're all doing well, and that also benefits you. So not aligned with any of the ways that I live my life, so I would kill that.
And what was the last song that you danced wildly in your living room to?
It wasn't in my living room. I was at the Pompidou closing, the Beaubourg.
FOMO forever.
And my entire life, I'm gonna be like, I was there. Fred again, Daft Punk, when they all came on, and I literally danced. I was sore the next day. It was great.
Alexi was there too.
It was, it was the best. I think it was the best party of my life.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's just historic.
Historic.
Three spot recommendations. What should be the options?
Place to go dancing.
Yeah, dancing after the show with friends, and
Maybe for the best cocktail.
the best cocktails. Yeah.
I have to say, I haven't found a lot of great places here in Paris to go dancing. My favorite place in New York is a place called Public Records. One of the finest establishments. Great like sound system, great place to go. Favorite place in Paris to go eat, drink, Martin in the Marais.
We drove past it yesterday.
I love Martin. It's my favorite.
Good.
Cocktails, I'm not a big cocktail person. I literally drink wine or I'll have a martini. I don't like cocktails
Do you
really.
drink water sometimes?
And I do drink water. I do. Yes, I do.
Special occasions.
On special occasions. We always go to our friend La Bouvette for natural wine. Great in the 11th.
That reminds me of the place that is owned by your friends that I wanted to take Taco to as well. Small place, beautiful ceilings.
We pass.
Oh, La Jaja.
Yeah.
Oh, La Jaja. Wait, what am I talking about? That's my favorite place for a cocktail. And they have like natural wine. They also have cocktails.
What's your most inappropriate thought in a serious moment?
I wonder how flexible they are. I wonder how high they can kick their leg. Can they touch their toes?
Can they put their leg behind their head?
Can they put their leg behind their head?
Can you?
I can. Not in these jeans, but how would you describe the citizens of Los Fomos?
I would say maybe generalized people who are interested in finding underexplored experiences that let you to connect with people.
Like experiences that you feel with all your senses.
How online are you both?
Quite online, but I would be less if it wasn't required for the community building.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
not so online the last few days since we met.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.